This program is sponsored by Able Ideaz, Greko Printing and Imaging, Comix Wellspring, Grand River Ballroom, and Shorty Bell's Pizza.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. Today we are spotlighting the Monroe Pop Fest.
And some of you might recall that the Monroe Pop Fest was known as the Monroe Comic Con. Starting next year, it will once again be known as the Monroe Comic Con. Don't ask why. Samantha, what do we have up first?
Up first, we have voice actor Danny Jacobs, which you might recognize him from Madagascar as King Julian.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it.
Danny, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. How you doing? I mean, who wouldn't be great here, right?
You do the fun job. You do the job I want to do. How did you get into voiceover work?
I fell into it. No, I studied acting in college, and I did theater for like 12 years. And then I started auditioning for commercial voiceover work. And then when I moved out to LA to pursue film and television, I kept pursuing voiceover work, and I finally kind of got my foot in the door in animation with King Julian.
Is it as fun to do as it is to listen to?
Probably, it's probably more fun in some cases because the voiceover community is a group of very wonderful people, and they're all very extremely talented and hilarious. So when we do group records, there's nothing more fun that I've ever experienced than doing a group record, especially when I was working on shows like Penguins of Madagascar for Nickelodeon and All Hail King Julian. We would do group records. John DiMaggio, Jeff Bennett, Kevin Michael Richardson, James Patrick Stewart, myself. When you get those guys in a room together, it's just like you're cracking up for 4 hours, and they somehow edit it and make a show out of it. And so it's just amazing. I had sore abs for sure. Some of the best ab workouts I've ever gotten were those sessions. So yeah, I recommend it.
Comic-Cons, what's your favorite thing about coming to a Comic-Con?
There's just no other way to really connect, you know? I mean, this is the best way where fans know where you are, you know where they are, and you get to meet them and say hello to them and thank them and vice versa. So that's got to be the best part, you know?
Outside of your work, do you have a favorite animation character that you like to watch for your own pleasure?
I mean, I grew up watching Bugs Bunny. So that was Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and all of the Mel Blanc characters. And then I started getting introduced to all the Dawes Butler characters. I mean, I grew up on this stuff. I just didn't know who those guys were. But I was always trying to imitate those voices. So not only are they the most entertaining to me, they inspired me to this career without me even knowing I was being inspired to do it.
Do you have a preference over regular voiceover for a character or for a video game?
I like them both. They're really, it's just kind of, you know, picking better from good. But I've done video games like the Marvel Avengers game was fun to do. I played Hank Pym. That was a full body mocap. So it's more like theater where you actually get to interact with the other actors. You're wearing cameras and mics. You get to look in their eye and play off of each other.
That's the only thing I've always wondered is how tough it is when it's only you and the engineers.
The writers on Penguins of Madagascar, if I saw them do this or just put their head down and I just see their shoulders shaking, that was like gold for me. It's like I know I'm doing my job. If I can make those people in that room and the engineers, if I can make them crack up, then I'm doing my job, you know?
Thanks, Brad. It's always nice to see the face behind the voice.
Love it. Well, up next we have Samantha with our gaming segment.
Hi guys, this is Samantha with Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and I'm here with Jason.
Hello, Samantha.
Hi, thank you so much for having us today here. So show me what you have going on. I see a bunch of controllers with some extensions on them, and
This was started by an Army Ranger sniper that wanted to play Halo with his kids, but his hands were too messed up from the military. That's really how it started. Just a dad wanting to play video games with his kids. This actually lets you leverage the thumbsticks without pressing down, so nobody gets a sore thumb anymore. You're also playing from the center, which hacks your brain with muscle memory, so you can turn up your look sensitivity and move faster in the game. You also have extensions for precision movements, and who would like that? Well, most likely people that are playing shooters, racing games, or anybody that's maybe in a long RPG and they just need more precision with their movements. This piece right here makes your D-pad faster than a joystick. Instead of being 2.5 centimeters, this has an actuation of 2 millimeters, and that's a game changer. It's actually faster than a fight stick. And this works on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Scuff, even Oculus Rift.
I'm going to be kicking some butt in some video games soon. You guys better be ready. All right.
Sam.
Thanks, Jason. Have a good one.
Thank you, Samantha.
You're welcome.
Monroe Pop Fest is very well known for its wrestling guests.
Actually, we got to speak to the legendary wrestler, Al Snow.
And Al Snow, I don't know if you're all aware of this, is featured on the new Netflix series, The Wrestlers.
I did not know that. Let's check it out.
Hey, this is Mark at the Monroe Pop Fest. I'm here with legendary wrestler Al Snow. How you doing, sir?
If I were doing any better, I'd be jealous of myself.
Can you tell us a little bit about your time that when you were with Steve Blackman?
Well, with Steve, you make it sound like a prison sentence. You know, and some would imagine that probably would be the case, but no, Steve was an awesome guy. Just very talented martial artist and very intense, but that made him such a great straight man to play off of, and I really enjoyed our time together. As you know, we just wish it could have kept going on.
What about when you were tag teaming with Mick Foley? Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, that was enjoyable too. You know, especially when Mick wasn't around, it was even more enjoyable. The funny thing is, I tell people this all the time. You know, when we were in the locker room and stuff, Mick would tell everybody how when he got done wrestling, he'd be a stand-up comedian. We'd all laugh, you know what I mean? And now he is a stand-up comedian, no one's laughing, so.
How ironic.
Yeah, I know.
Now you're involved with this Ohio Valley wrestling. That's something you own?
Yes, I'm a co-owner and CEO of OVW, which is Ohio Valley Wrestling. Was former developmental for WWE. We've been around for over 30 years, I think. I bought the company in 2018, and we're probably in 100 million homes on about 8 different national broadcast and linear networks throughout the United States. We're on Fight TV, that's FITE TV, on your phone every Thursday night live from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, and then regionally in Kentucky, we're in Louisville, Lexington, Hazard, Bowling Green. So we're pretty around quite a bit.
Okay, besides doing all that, you like to go to these cons a lot?
Oh, I love going to the conventions. I really enjoy all the cosplay. And I enjoy, meeting the fans and interacting with them. And I'm just so appreciative that I have, a fan. We do a comic book with Broken Icon Comics. You can check it out at brokeniconcomics.com. We have 2 issues out right now. That's the Ballad of Al Stonehead. It's like a 40-page, really exceptional comic book as far as story and artwork. And then Adventures of Al Stonehead. It's kind of like the old Marvel team-up. So we team up with Chavo Guerrero and Pepe the Stick Horse and that. And they're wrestling-based. They're very true to the wrestling characters, but they're not about wrestling. So Chavo and I are in a Western adventure. It's completely a departure from just pure
It's an
wrestling.
awesome mashup.
Yeah. I have my own clothing design, which is Collar and Elbow. You can go to collarandelbowbrand.com. If you use the code word Snowman, you can take 10% off. Follow me on social media at The Real Al Snow. Why? Because there were some actual fakes, which is okay. If you're going to fake beam me, I'm just going to message you and say, aim the bar higher. I mean, I'd be Brad Pitt or George. If I'm going to fake being somebody, I'm going to fake being, I'm going to somebody with some The Rock. Be Al Snow. What are you thinking?
Thanks, Mark. And now it's time for our first commercial break.
And we'll be right back with some more
Comics.
beer. Comics, beer, and sci-fi.
If you're looking for a fun place with great food, lots of arcade games, and a huge beer selection, then look no further than the Grand River Ballroom. It's in the basement of Shorty Bell's and the Detroit Beer Exchange. Oh yeah, this is where all the superheroes and villains come to hang out. Hi, heroines. Can I play next?
Back away.
Okay. Pick up for Richie. All right.
Wow. These smell good.
Guess she was hungrier than me. Hey, ladies, you got room for one more?
No. Get out of here. Scat.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Hey, buddy.
Got your usual.
Thanks. Put it on his tab.
Here's your piece of pal. And a cold beer.
Now that's what I'm talking about. So come on down to the Grand River Ballroom, where excitement awaits.
Thanks for sticking around. We have some more comics, beer, and sci-fi cooking right up.
What does she mean by that, Jill?
Well, up next, we have Cosplay Cooking with the Q.
Welcome to Cosplay Cooking with Q. I'm Q, and I'm on a top secret mission. I can't really tell you where I'm at right now, but I'm out here with Daredevil and Iron Fist, and since I'm out here, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Mr. Knight are going to take my place in the kitchen. It takes 3 of them to do my job. Just takes me to replace them.
Thanks for the ride, Barbie.
Anytime, Powerman. Hi, Barbie. Pink's not really your color, Luke.
Jessica, fancy meeting you here.
Finally, you're here. Were you having fun in that little pink car?
I'm sensing tension here.
I don't see nice seeing you. And from all those superheroes, he has to invite you.
Why not? I'm Chef Cage.
Sure, whatever. Let's just get started.
So this week we're going to be cooking from the Avengers Campus official cookbook. We're going to start off with the Galactic Greens. It's a nice, healthy salad. You know, healthy enough for any superhero. We're going to start off with a cup of parsley, a cup of cilantro, fresh dill, cucumbers, and romaine lettuce. That's going to be your base. So your dressing is going to be mayonnaise, sour cream, clove of garlic, white wine vinegar, lemon juice, and Dijon mustard. You're going to throw all that together in a blender, mix it all together, and then that's going to make your dressing. This is so easy, even Luke Cage can make it. And last but not least, the Goliath-sized cookies. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of oats, baking soda, kosher salt, unsaturated butter, peanut butter, light brown sugar, granulated sugar, vanilla extract, 2 large eggs, chocolate chips, M&Ms, and mini pretzels. In a large bowl, you want to whisk together your flour, oats, baking soda, and salt. The next thing you want to do is, in a mixer, cream your butter. Add your peanut butter, brown sugar, granulated sugar, and your vanilla and eggs until it's all nice and combined and ready to go. So you're going to take your dry ingredients into your wet ingredients and mix it with a rubber spatula until everything is folded in together. You don't want to use a whisk because if you incorporate too much air, they won't bake correctly. They'll be dense. Roll them up into 8-inch balls, put them on a sheet tray, put them in the oven for 20 minutes. When they come out, they're going to be nice, huge cookies, big enough for giant men to eat. All right, we'll see you guys next time. This has been another edition of Cosplay Cooking with the Defenders, because I wasn't even there.
Another thing we love about Monroe Pop Fest is the comic book artists they have.
Hey, you comic book geeks and you sci-fi freaks, Comic Book Casey coming at you from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. I'm almost at a loss for words, but this is Sam, Don't Mess with Texas, De La Rosa. Man, it's going great, man.
Thank you very much. Let's just substitute that legendary for old, okay? Old.
Living legend, how about that?
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And I'm proud to say I have 85% of your books on this table on display, and as you know, I picked up 2 more today.
I appreciate the royalties, because Marvel will pay me royalties for that.
That's good to know. Very good to know. So, all right, let's take us back now, okay?
Yeah.
When did you get started in this business?
I sent in samples to Marvel, but it took me 10 years. 10 years of sending in samples. Nobody told me that they weren't going to hire anybody from Texas unless you were right there nearby to turn in the work. So it didn't matter how good you were. I'm going to backtrack because my first assignment professionally was for DC.
Oh, okay.
So I worked for DC in 1982. They were the first one to hire me. So right off the bat, they put me on a book, but it was Action Comics, number 534. That's the flagship title. That is their company book. Okay. So right away, I'm on there. So I got
the character. Who's the lead character?
The lead character was Airwave, but it's a Superman book. But Superman made a guest appearance. So did Green Lantern, Hawk Girl. So I got all those guys there under my belt as my first assignment. Now for Marvel, it was later that same year, and I got to work on Hercules. And then from Hercules, I went on to Spider-Woman, and then I did some Spider-Man, and then just about everything else. Now, Jack Kirby didn't set up at shows and draw like the rest of us, but he did this one time because this little kid asked him for a Captain America drawing, and that's what Jack's doing right there. I'm working on a Storm. That's what I usually do.
Todd McFarlane, what's that like?
Yeah, Todd is amazing. You know, he is the co-creator of Venom. I didn't create Venom. I just worked on the specific books that Sony chose to make, so far, 2 movies out of. But Todd McFarlane and David Michelini co-created Venom, so I'm grateful to them. But Venom's origin started before that. That was 1988. His origin started in 1984 with the black suit symbiote costume. So there's a couple of artists involved with that. But then later he became Venom, and then later I worked on the comics good enough to make movies out of. I did a lot of work for Marvel. They liked what I was doing. They put me on high-profile projects. So I'm just grateful to Marvel and the fans and to Sony after all these years, you know, to still be, you know, popular.
Is Venom your favorite to draw, or do you have a different favorite character to draw?
I have another favorite, Spider-Man. But my next favorite would be Venom and Carnage, maybe followed by Aunt May.
Did not see that one coming, y'all. Well, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate that you're still doing these events, man, whether they're big or small.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, again, man, I can't thank you enough.
I'm a guest at shows every single weekend. You know, I'm fortunate enough to be across the country as a guest, you know, Comic Cons, big and small. Also been fortunate to go overseas as a guest, Ireland, Dubai a couple of times, Mexico City, Canada. So I'm just grateful to be in this position. So.
And coming up next, Rich interviews a maker from the B9 Builders Club.
What the heck is B9 Builders Club?
B9, the classic robot from Lost in Space.
Danger! Danger!
Silence,
danger,
you digitized dunce. Silence, you bubble-headed booby. Silence, you pusillanimous pipsqueak. Oh. Ah.
It's Richie Rollins, Comic Experience Sci-Fi, here at the Fantastic Con, and I'm standing here with
Craig Reinbrecht, B9 Robot Builders Club. The B9 robot is the robot from the old classic sci-fi TV show Lost in Space from the 1960s.
And I understand you made one of these robots.
Yes, this is my robot here, and we've got 3 other robots that were made by other robot builders, as we call ourselves. It's very strange. As you become an adult, those feelings that you got deep down when you were a kid come to the surface. And I discovered back, we're going 20 plus years ago, that there was a club on the internet, guys building these robots. As soon as I found out this is possible, I have to do this. I started on my journey to build this guy, and initially it took me about 1.5 years to build. I've been upgrading things ever since, but what really makes it possible for a guy like me and any of us is having this club, because we can pool our resources. Mine's actually built as a costume. exactly like the original prop from the show, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to replicate the original prop. You could spend somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 building one. You could buy a fully licensed built B9 robot. There's a company called Gotham Cruisers that sell one, and they're about $18,500. You could buy a full-size one already built and put it in your living room.
It's pretty cool. I like the way it came out. Thank you for being on our show.
My pleasure.
This is Richie Rollins from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
If you're enjoying this content, remember to check out our YouTube channel.
We have to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Superhero Pose.
Here at Crystal Bright Janitorial Services, we provide a full range of cleaning and sanitizing services for our clients. Our daily and nightly services include cleaning and sanitizing, high and low dusting, vacuuming, mopping, and much more. Our specialty services include floor care, carpet cleaning, stripping and waxing, upholstery cleaning, and much more. Our emergency services include COVID-19, flood cleanup, bio cleaning, and much more. Our expertise in janitorial services is adaptable to any customer enterprise, including corporate commercial offices, medical offices, government municipalities, manufacturing, and much more. We will develop a total quality management plan detailing your specific cleaning requirements, staffing, and expectations. Contact us today to get a free assessment of your cleaning and sanitizing needs. Our #1 goal is to give you a crystal bright smile.
Hi guys, it's Brittany G here at Ideaz comic book production company, where we bring your ideas to life. Come check out our Birmingham office and see how we do here at Ideaz.
Okay guys, you're almost there, but we need to make it look more real. It needs to pop off the page and grab you. Let's make it happen.
Let's go drop in on the art team.
Art team, our clients want more realism.
No! Wait!
Well guys, hope you enjoyed checking us out. Make sure you follow us on social media. Able Ideas with a Z on Instagram, YouTube, and check out our website, ableideas.com. Make sure you order your comic books, and I gotta get out of here. Bye guys! No!
Welcome back to Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. We want to spotlight the cosplayers that attend the Monroe Pop Fest. There's always so many cosplayers, and they all do a phenomenal job.
The Monroe Pop Fest is also popular with actors from the Power Rangers series over the years.
Exciting. Well, it sounds like we need to check out this Power Ranger cosplay.
This is the Q from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. I'm here with Rodney, who is dressed as the mighty Morphin Green Ranger. So how long did it take you to create this?
I want to say about 3 years. The first time I came here, all I had was a Green Ranger hoodie and the shield and green pants. And then I want to say 2 years ago was the second time I came. I ended up finding this here.
Okay.
I had all of this, but my helmet, all I had was the Bandai helmet.
Okay.
So I ended up 3D printing this one myself and then painting it myself.
Okay.
It's the first one, but I kind of rushed it a little bit. It was taxing. Like it was days I needed to get it done, but it was days I just didn't feel like doing it, but I had to go ahead and get it done anyway.
Okay, so we know we lost Jason this year. How did that affect you?
Well, originally, I wasn't gonna come as a Green Ranger this year. I was gonna try to finish my Kylo Ren costume, but when that happened, I was just like, I kind of got to now, you know.
Okay, so this is actually the one from Bat in the Sun. So is that your favorite design, or do you like the original more?
What I like about the Bat in the Sun one was how they changed the gauntlets and the boots. But the original shield is still my favorite one.
Thanks again for your time. This has been the Q from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
Okay, my favorite horror movie would be The Exorcist. It scared me when I was a kid, just seeing the trailers for it. I didn't even know what it was. It was scary. And when I did finally see The Exorcist, yes, it scared the hell out of me.
My favorite horror movie, I think, is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The Birds. The Birds is the reason I am scared of birds to this day.
Fright Night, the 1985 version. It was funny, it was scary, and it has since become my all-time favorite.
Freddy Krueger 5, a lot of people don't like that one, but that was one of the first movies that gave me nightmares.
I don't like horror movies for the most part, but if I had to have a favorite horror movie, it's got to be Resident Evil, and you know why, Milla Jovovich.
Wolfman, from the original Wolfman.
My favorite horror movie, which you should watch at Thanksgiving and not at Halloween, is Thanksgiving. Any possessed turkey that goes around killing people is worth watching.
Friday the 13th, Freddy vs. Jason, The Poltergeist, The Shining, Scream, can't forget about Scream.
Bueller. Anyone?
That must be from an old movie.
Are there any other kind?
Well, that sounds like it's time for our Hollywood car segment.
It was Ferris Bueller who said life moves pretty fast, and if you don't stop and take a look, you might miss it. And I can't think of a better place to stop and take a look around than the Henry Ford Museum. I'm Joe Johnson. I'm here with Matt Anderson of the Henry Ford, and we have a spectacular car to talk about today. Matt, tell us what's behind you right now.
Yeah, this is one of 3 replicas used in filming Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the 1986 hit movie. And this is what they would call the hero car. So it was used for all the shots that showed the complete vehicle. They also had a car equipped with camera rigs for the close-ups, and then of course there was a non-running shell for that one particular scene.
I read that Ferrari buffs, when they saw that movie, got ill when they saw that Ferrari go out the window, but that was not a Ferrari. This isn't even a true Ferrari, correct?
That's correct. If we pop the hood, it's not a Ferrari V12, it's a Ford V8 under there, so it just looks the part.
Talk about the reactions you get. I know it's been publicized and people are asking me about it. They have the Ferris Bueller car here. Talk about the reactions you get from people.
This has been a lot of fun. You know, we generally don't do much with TV Hollywood cars. We've never collected too much of that, so this is a little change of pace for us, but it's been fun watching people stop by this. There are the Gen Xers like me who, know the movie inside and out, but also surprisingly a lot of younger people too who have seen the movie and recognize the car immediately. It's been a lot of fun.
Now, I read that it was damaged a little bit during filming and that it had been restored. What do you know about its restoration?
Yeah, I know that the car was sold to some private owners not long after filming wrapped. Presumably they got it at a bit of a discount because of the damage. It was put back into operating condition, but it was changed in various ways over the years. The current buyer purchased it at auction not too long ago for something like $400,000 and completely returned it to its on-screen appearance, so it looks just like it does in the movie.
Oh, it just looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's really cool. Another interesting thing about the car, if you look inside, there's what looks like a stick shift. It's actually an automatic, though, because Matthew Broderick wasn't comfortable driving manual at that time. So another trick of the trade.
Well, that does it for another episode of Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
Next year, you'll have to make sure to go down to Monroe and check out that awesome Comic Con.
Stay tuned for next week as well. We're going to be in Lansing at the Capital City Comic Con.
So, Nick, what was it like for you co-hosting with 2 beautiful girls?
Oh, well, it was great. See you next week.